Hi, everybody. Mitch I'm here. Thanks for joining me today. Today, we are going to talk about a new feature in Spurs. And I know everybody's going to be really excited about this because Spurs is like the cool stuff. So you're going to log on to PAIEE just like you always have, and then click on the Spurs box like you always have. Now you're going to see a completely different eventually. One thing that's not different is Spurs is not any faster than it used to be. Okay, you get the DoD warning, yeah, whatever. So this is the new Spurs version 4. So what we're going to do here is we're going to click on Cyber Reports, CMMC and NIST, and then we're going to pick the particular cage code that we want to use for this attestation. And I'll explain in a minute why this is an attestation. And now we're going to say Run Cyber Reports. So we have, a bunch of options here, but this is basically level 2. And this is the new one. This is level 1. Now, they probably will add, I'm guessing, a new level 2 attestation, because this doesn't give you an attestation. But this does. So we're going to click here. We're going to put the day in, 17, 20, that didn't work. Let's try this again. 12/17/2024. The scope, in this case, is going to be an enclave. How many employees is 5? And now notice the question you have to answer. And they're going to do this like 4 or 5 different times where they're going to warn you what you're doing. So it says, are you compliant? Bottom line. For level 1, you have either yes or no. Those are the only 2 options. Then you have to pick the cage code that you want to do this for. So I'm going to pick the top level cage code. And notice over here, it gives you some more warnings. The assessments are not complete until they've been affirmed. And the affirming official is the person with their neck on the chopping block who says they're responsible for ensuring that the organization seeking assessment is compliant with the requirements and has the authority to do that for the company. So, and they'll do this like 2 more times. So, they really want you to know what's going on here. So now you have 2 options on this next screen. One is you are the affirming official, like I am. So I'm going to say continued affirmation. And then the other one is you're not the affirming official, and you have to hand this off to somebody else. So if you are not the affirming official, you'll put in the email address of the affirming official. This has to be the email address that is tied to their Spurs account. And then they will log in with their unique Spurs user ID, password, one-time password, multi-factor authentication, all that, and then do the attestation. But since I am the one here, so I'm going to do that. Again, one more time, they tell you that the affirming official is the person with their neck on the line. And now I am going to continue to affirmation. It is now telling me, this is what you're about to affirm. Notice this statement here, which is the one that they're going to put the noose around your neck on if you lie. And they even make a comment, they even make a reference to the False Claims Act. So you can't say you didn't know that if you lie here, you're subject to fines from the False Claims Act. Easier for me to highlight that than not. And now you say, I certify that I've read the above statement and it's true. And I click affirm. And now I have the affirmation. And I've done this more than once, so I'm going to delete the old one. I don't need to save it. Likely for level 1, you're only going to do it once, unless the first time you do it, you say you're not compliant. And the second time you do it, you say you are compliant. Unlike the 80171 assessment, which you may do multiple times. But at least for this, you're likely only going to do it once. So if you have questions, give us a holler.